What up, what up, what up, world? We got the Sunday night showdown here, man, for y'all. Let's get right into this as we always do. Defensive schemes is 3-4 style defense for both of these teams. Both of these teams are going to need to kind of establish some type of passing game. Best to attack the middle of the field since that's where most of the time teams kind of zone up and don't really play, like I want to say a double coverage. Over the top and things like that as they do out wide. They kind of double over the top out wide when they play a 3-4 defense. So it's kind of harder to get the ball to those receivers out there, but it's a lot easier to if you get it out quick to them, then definitely, the way they kind of use Hopkins, they kind of throw it quickly to him, then he'll also, he'll be able to produce, pretty well still. But when it comes to deep shots and stuff like that, you kind of want to attack the middle for the slot to the tight ends and things like that, which is why, teams like Arizona is really bad against the tight ends. Teams like even Tampa Bay is bad against tight ends because most 3-4 defense try to cover, the big plays out wide with double coverage, try to, own up the gaps in the run and things like that with their linebackers, and which tends to open up the middle of the field where they don't really pay as much attention to or even have good talent there to protect against that, so that's why you see that happen a lot against 3-4 defenses. But so let's get into this one, man. We got fantasy points for these teams. Bucks giving up 17 fantasy points to quarterback. Running back, they're giving up 19.8 points. Wide receiver, they're giving up 34.6 points. Tight end, they're giving up 13.8 points. Defenses, they've been allowing about 5.4 points. And kicker, they've been allowing about 6.4 points. Cardinals, quarterback 19.9, running back 26.1, 33 points to wide receiver, tight end 18.4, I guess the most in the league. And then defense 7.8 points, and then kicker 8.5. So trying to see how would we really want to be attacking this. So it looks like against the Bucks, we got 19.8 points to running back. Definitely have to say Connor would be the best play over here. And then Hopkins. And depending on, I don't really think McBride is great enough to be a what I want to say, a captain. He is going to be somewhat in play, but I don't think also Marquise Brown is getting 8 targets. Because they do use their slot really for their big plays here on this team. So if Kyler Murray was here, Marquise Brown would be definitely a player to play captain if he was able to go and everything. But also if he doesn't, then we do have Greg Dortch for 1,400. Would be in play, possibly in play for a huge game, man. So it could be a very cheap captain play there. If somehow, because this team does, like I'm telling you, the Arizona Cardinals use their slot receiver for their big plays because they already kind of know how, to play against a 3-4 style defense since they play it anyway. They know that's where, you could attack for big plays since that's the person that gets less double coverage when they go deep down the field. So that's why I say Greg Dortch would be in play. If Marquise Brown ends up playing, it possibly is Marquise Brown too. But these two are probably the best captain plays just because of volume. You can always dump it off to the back, and he can get points that way. Tampa Bay gives up 2 pass catching backs. They do actually give up points there. If you're willing to just dump it off the whole game, give them 8 to 9 targets, and they can do very, very well. Hopkins, because like I said, if you get it out quick to them, also Hopkins probably comes across the middle of the field a little bit more in this game, so he can get more, the production well. I definitely think they will scheme up some things like that. McBride will be in play, though, if we talking about just flex options here. If Marquise Brown is able to go, you put Marquise Brown. If Marquise Brown is not able to go, then that's going to put Greg Dortch right into play. I don't really see the Robbie Anderson hidden just because Tampa tries to take away big plays. If you still want to take a shot there, you can, though. Besides that, kicker, I think, was 6 points they give up to kickers. So you could definitely take, Prater. Don't really think there's anything else I would take from that side. So, yeah, probably Prater, and that's about it. Will be my last play. Like I said, if you still want to take a shot that, it actually happens for, my bad, what happened here? Oh, Ingram got put in there. If you think, I would say for, let me see, Robbie Anderson, how many targets has he gotten with the 2, 4? Yeah, so not really. It's kind of a dark play there. Yeah, so the kicker would probably be my last play here. My bad there. So, yeah, so then let's see. On the other side here, see what we got. What we got here. The other side here definitely would probably have to say 19.9 points to quarterback. Possibly Brady is in play then, that captain in. Near 20 points. I mean, if he spreads the ball out so well, like, you know, he can get each receiver a touchdown. So, then definitely I would have to, I'm going to go down to, let's see, how cheap is he, or is he a little bit priced? Okay, so he's priced a little bit higher. So Russell Gage, I think, is going to be a great spot for him, as well as Godwin. I just would say Russell Gage is probably a little bit better than Evans to me, just because of the fact he's been producing for Brady, and Brady has just been looking for production. And you know, once he figures out who that person is going to be, he's going to target them ridiculous. So my thing is, I've noticed that even back here, 13 targets, 25 points fantasy. Like, if you get this guy some volume, he's producing in Russell Gage. And I know that's what they wanted from him anyways at the start of the season. So plus, since everybody's kind of double covered, you know, covering Evans, you know, it's one-on-one matchups over here for Gage, you know, with the lesser talented cornerback too. So he's in play. If you're going to get him the volume that Evans is going to get, he can go off every game then. So, you know, of course, like I say, 3-4 defense. Godwin's playing in the slot. Great spot for him. We also do know, though, gotta say Auden is kind of in play, you know, possibly in play for tight, you know, captain, just because Brady, if he wants to, you know, throw him the ball 8 times or something like that in this game, you know, like you've seen 10 targets here. He's in. If he possibly gets 10 targets in this game, man, you know, we already know the Cardinals is number 1 in fantasy points to tight end, nearly 20 points fantasy. At one point, they were 20 points fantasy. So that's in play. Auden could go off, man. Could be, you know, captain too possible. So besides that, let's look at just all the flex options here. Evans, you know, flex option, definitely. At running back, Cardinals are giving up 26 points to running back. So Fournette, you know, is probably over Rashad White. Looks like they're kind of still using him a little bit more, it looks like, I would say. Let's just make sure though. Well, he has still got more attempts. So both of these running backs could be in play, man. Real, like, I know it's gonna be hard to get it right basically, but they're both in play, flex options. Besides that, I don't know if Julio Jones is gonna be back, but looks like the Cardinals were defense. So Buccaneers defense and kicker, 8.5 points to kicker. So yeah, I would definitely say suck up, you know, and with the 7.8 points to the defense, we gotta say the defense is gonna be a play too for 4,600. So okay, let's see how will we attack this lineup, man. I'm trying to figure this out. I think I'm gonna go cheap with taking Russell Gage at 9,000, y'all. I'm definitely gonna hit Brady here. I think I'm gonna go with Godwin. Let's see. What do I want to do? I want to take the kicker because possibly he's in a better even spot than taking Auden. I know Auden is coming off of what, 1 target, 5 targets, 10 targets before that. Like I said, this could have been an easy, like, if you're gonna think all 3 of those players actually do good in this game, then Brady's probably a good captain. So, but I'm gonna see what I want to run back because I know Hopkins is just getting the value for sure. But when it comes to, the only thing is when it comes to actual touchdowns, I don't know what's going on here, why it's not coming up. But when it comes to actual touchdown, I feel like it's Connor. And that's the only thing. So it kind of makes me want to take Connor instead. I feel like he possibly gets a touchdown in this game. I know it's hard to get touchdowns on the ground and things like that, but pass catching and things like that, I feel like, you know, Connor could do well. And being that a lot of the cornerbacks and safeties have come back for Tampa Bay, I think it's going to be a lot harder with a backup quarterback to even get a passing touchdown. I feel that, though. If Greg Dortch ends up playing, man, I would want him. Like, if Marquise Brown is out, I would want Greg Dortch for 1,400. And that would leave me with enough to take Fournette, you know, Rashad White, things like that. But for now, I'm going to just go with a kicker here. Probably a kicker here, I think. Or, man, could with the defense too as well. It's a lot of options, man. A lot of options here. I probably could just go with, let me see. If Brady at captain here, can I still get some of these options? So, get back to Russell Gage here. Brady at captain. If I took suck up. Could probably, yeah. So Greg Dortch is able to go. I wouldn't mind doing something like that, putting something like that in, because then I also had the option to change off of Connor and go with Hopkins. But let me just finish out that lineup with taking Gage at captain with Brady here, having Godwin still puts me right at McBride. That's not a bad lineup too. I don't mind taking something like this. Connor and McBride suck up. Yeah, it's kind of great. I like this. Then I still have the option to change off to Hopkins if I want to, I believe, right? Yep, so perfect. I love that. So this is what I got, man. I hope, this could hit for all of us, man. So go ahead and put this in, man. We win some big money together, man. Good luck, y'all. It's your boy Jaystar. I'm out. Peace.